as close, but maybe NEX are going to be able to pull just a bit ahead, because Red Sun is a very strong player here on border, and let's see what kind of authority he's able to stamp onto his team right now. Void, however, their best map was Clubhouse.
Oh man, so let's just look at this step by step. Nomad getting banned out, Montagna getting banned out. Not even surprised. Void just don't want to have to deal with Red Sun, Red Sun's mountain. Don't want to have to climb up anytime soon. Luck, good, fun, have, amazing, amazing. Maestro getting banned out is pretty interesting. Highly picked on a map like Border, and that's, I mean, it's not the biggest ban for Border, but it's definitely a ban I understand. The Elder is a very formidable weapon, and can be hard to challenge in many cases. You can just unleash it down a corridor, and no one's going to be able to contest you, especially if you have an ACOG available for yourself as well. Echo getting banned out here, very understandable.
Both Maestro and Echo, actually, and Mira being left unbanned. I'm liking this change. We used to see Mira just ban left, right, and center. Now we're seeing more Maestro and Echo bans, and that's good. I like Mira plays.
These teams are more confident with taking harder gunfights than they are being having to deal with post-plant information, because that kind of stuff is just it destroys a quick setup, and it completely dismantles what you're trying to achieve in a lot of cases. So especially because Echo does deny you a plant. Not necessarily you having to contest the angle a little bit better or harder in one situation or another. And Maestro as well can deny a breach, a plant, and see through smoke, mind you. So he's a very strong operator in many situations, and especially with the gunfight. Red Sun will be reinforcing up here on this armory wall. And it does look like they're going to be reinforcing all the way around Fountain as well. So no quick rotations in between CCTV and that Fountain area.
So it's going to be a Fountain hold, but as we said, we're talking about her, but Mira's not made an appearance. We have interesting choice. Let's see how this plays out. This drone setup, you can see Bachelor, he is very primed to take half-wall control from below, open up the floor. PT King, he's going to be spawning over at the east vehicle entrance and likely going to be pushing in either through Passport or going through Visa. Standard take, and it's a split one, a bit risky in the sense that it might get you killed without the trade, but Red Sun, he's ready for the jump out. Is he going to go for it, or is he going to be... This camera is fantastic.
It is amazing. They're not going to see this through the barbed wire unless they are the IQ. Detrin's going to pick up one, maybe the second. Oh, he misses the second one, and it does look like he pays for it.
There we go.
A second run out. There we go. Red Sun.
I told you, both of them. They went for it. And that's excellent stuff. And Bachelor, now he's not going to be able to get that half-wall control.
That's crazy because they've just denied so much entry. They're having to play in a very different way. Jabowski is going to be rotating over to the armory wall. And it does look like Stev is clear over by the east stairs to just push in and maybe just support his thermite just a little bit.
So, moving on, Jabowski's going to get the wall open. That's going to be fairly downstairs. No one's at half wall, they don't quite know that just yet. The deployable shield, a new one with the mirror windows, acting like the para mirror windows. Everyone, you know, people are up in arms about that change. Let's see how it plays out. The ADS is going to stop that. That's unfortunate.
Oh, no.
And it's Jabowski, he's going to get choked by the gas. He has to get out of there. One last impact grenade left. He needs to take down the shield. If not, it's going to be extremely difficult to make this push happen. On the other side, Peaky is taking on Stev, the star performer, not getting off to the best of starts over here.
Yeah, he does use the angles. Oh my gosh, that rotation from CCTV completely cutting them off and then capitalizing on that distraction. Kirisaku cleans up PT King, and Void can't even get close.
That is crazy good defense from NEX ESPORTS. That swing in from CCTV from Peaky. That really changed the course of it, really. If he hadn't been able to do that, that looked winnable for sure. But for some reason, flank drone or communication not present, and that got NEX the win. As well as the jump outs, of course, with the Valkyrie camera.
That's a
Detrian.
That's a damn shame. Lion. But okay, so they want to get more aggressive. We can see that now.
Yep.
They want to secure these pushes, and they're trying to just play a little bit more gunfight focused because they know that not only does bringing Lion allow them to play more aggressively, it also hinders Nex's ability to play as aggressive or more. So a fantastic job so far coming in from Void to read into that play and read into their playstyle, bringing in something else to just counteract exactly what they need to. Smoke now with a shield, by the way, so I like that because it allows him to read the information safely and choose when he needs to throw that remote gas grenade instead of sort of just guessing that, you know what, my gas grenade runs out now. I'm gonna just time it every 15 seconds. Now he's gonna be able to see that, you know what, they're not pushing up, I'm gonna save it.
Oh well, moving on. Let's see what they can do in this round. They have the whole Red Sun as he's taking a bit of damage. Now, Bachelor this time, no runouts to surprise him. Detrian with a Lion charge. He's not used it yet, so the defenders do not know there's a Lion, and I believe there is a player right behind that wall. There we go, he's in sandwich right now. Bachelor, if he's able to drone Peaky out, he's maybe able to get this kill, and he does! Nonetheless, going a bit aggressive, a bit scary. Detrian, though, he's going to get taken out from below. That's an excellent angle from Red Sun. Warbuck trying to contest a very long angle with the SMG-11 as well. Bit risky, that.
Yeah, holding that angle as well with the SMG-11 would be a little bit better than the shotgun. But he decides to rotate downstairs, doesn't want to have to contest it, knows that a lot of the attackers are pushing through, and they have control over Armory Wall now. So he doesn't have many options left available to him. He's going to make the right choice to prudently stay alive as long as possible. Obviously, a lot of utility still left on the Armory Wall, and they'll be able to pick up these points here, you know, gonna pad that score at the end of the game. And Bachelor already getting to work on that vertical play.
Now, he's going to be pushing in, taking down this barbed wire. 1 minute and 15 seconds left in the round. He has enough time, he and his team, to start opening up the floor, trying to get angles down below. 4v4 is not too bad. But as time goes on, you need to be avoiding those. You should be getting the kills as the attackers opening up these holes. Peter King is going to use a breach charge as well. A lot of teams fall into a trap of spending too much time trying to get vertical angles. And Peter King, he's very cognizant of the fact Steph has taken down Warbuck now. So, push coming in from above, coming in from the front door. This is good stuff, and I believe there's a drop from the outside as well. Vault into the B window, perhaps. Red Sun's going to send out a smoke, trying to deny the push in from Peter King.
What I'm interested what I'm finding interesting is that Red Sun's actually taken back his deployable shield, and he's kept it in his back pocket. Kisaku picks up a kill onto Stev from probably upstairs, and oh no, downstairs, but he gets refragged by PT King real quick. They're denying this retake right now, and this counter defuse doesn't look like it's going to be very successful anytime soon. Pew Pew has to pick up this one on the outside here by the sandwich window, but it won't be successful. Red Sun has to kill another member or two, but it won't be enough. The vertical play coming in from Bachelor was exactly what he required. So that was the best.
Shield was a good idea, as you noted.
Yeah. So it was interesting, and now that the shield deploy time is a little bit faster, not as fast as Goyo's, but a little bit faster, and it does provide him a lot of intel and safety with that intel. If they were playing on the same level, he would have won those fights. But because Bachelor was upstairs, he made a very swift flick back onto his head, cleaned that up, and retraded and denied the counter defuse. So great job coming in from Bachelor and Void to bring in the second round. Moving to round 3, of course, we're seeing something very similar come through. I'm interested to see how this is going to turn out.
So, going down into Red's workshop again. NEX obviously don't want to try the other 2 bomb sites. They are considerably weaker than Vent's Workshop and Armory Lockers Archives. So, not too much went wrong for NEX Esports except for the fact that they lost upstairs control that badly and that quickly. And that really just meant that with the amount of time Void had, easy pickings.
Yeah, so Pew Pew upstairs already, and I'm actually pretty interested to see why his icon had the 6 logo on it. It's probably because of the skin. So I think now the observing tool displays the icon relevant to the skin they're using, which is interesting. I'm actually pretty interested to see what other icons we might see as we go along. But very good so far. Ella, Red Sun with the Scorpion, playing with a very interesting manner in order to create a little bit of line of sight through the flooring here. Spends a whole mag or 2 starts to opening up, but I guess it gets the job done, so that's all he really needs.
Red Sun, he's going to be fighting this upside down angle. Now we saw Red Sun using the upside down angle in Clubhouse and he lost the fight, but that was because he was fighting someone higher than him on stairs. Right now, Red Sun is at a disadvantage again, but this time he's a defender and he's fighting someone on high ground. It's always about the high ground.
If it works in real life, it most likely could over here. It's not a physical thing as well, but it's a principle of battle, I suppose, controlling the high ground. Red Sun, of course, winning it out with aggression over aggression. One over the other, and there we go, picking up a very nice double kill. He gets detected. They know exactly where he is. A lot of pre-fires coming in. He might be able to pick this in. Oh my gosh. No, he almost whiffs it, but there we go. Triple kill for Red Sun. Rotates back through the same site. And it doesn't look like anyone's going to get past him anytime soon. He's single-handedly dismantled 3 members of Void, and you're not going to be able to push through anytime soon over by that east side. He's going to be able to pick up... No! There we go. Jabausi finally picks up one more with the Fragmite. PT King following up as well with the 552 Commando, of course, and maybe the fight is a little bit more winnable now.
Now, Jabausi, he's on very low HP. PT King and him together have under 100. They're fighting 3 members and a doc, but they have 1 minute left.
Okay.
And that is going to give them some heart. Pew Pew is getting aggressive. He's going to win that fight. PT King tries to turn around, does damage him, but as I said, he's a doc. He's going to heal himself up, and Jabausi, not sure what he can do at this stage.
Yeah, well, oh my gosh, if he rotates back up here, Jabausi is... Oh, he didn't see him.
The moment he crosses, he will. And he has to cross. There we go. Oh, the misses. I'm surprised. Jabausi actually goes even lower. Takes about 20 HP out.
So there we go. Flashbang goes through, and he does look like he wins it because he pushed up, and Pew Pew didn't expect him to be so close. So he misses a lot of those shots, and Jabausi lives with 1 HP and a dream. 1 goo mine could take him out, like you said. But you know what? He's done this before. He might just do this again. Pings go down, but he's no longer in that position. He's rotated off. This is old intel, and they won't be able to make this happen. 5 seconds, and then Exothermic won't do anything for him. He's gonna kill himself with that, and oh no. Unfortunately, NEX win this by attrition and time. Team Void were just unable to clutch that one out. Red Sun was just phenomenal with that Ella. Running circles around these guys, man. Literally.
Yeah, and well, it's been okay so far for Void. It's a close matchup though, as we expected after the insane Clubhouse. NEX, you know, these guys are holding strong and they're going to go back to Armory Locker. Let's see if this time around the CCTV hold is going to be stronger and if they can avoid the run out from the Valkyrie. So that's a 6th pick Valkyrie, and yet we are not seeing an IQ. The 6th pick came out from Void's side, but it was to the Capital. Strong operator, but I would have brought, instead of the Ash, I would have brought the IQ.
There we go, and Red Sun puts up that shield, and he will be trying to hold that armory wall as well. Maybe he is the smoke after all. He has the tendency to roam around and rotate quite often, so we've actually seen him play downstairs very aggressively, even though they do play upstairs. And maybe with a little bit of coordination from Pew Pew, we might see a double run out one more time.
10 seconds left before insertion.
Now, Pew Pew waiting to run out. Is he going to go for the same camera? It was a fantastic camera just now. Waiting as long as he can, goes out. The same camera goes out, not detected. And he's going to barricade it up once again. Question is Void going to get caught out?
They
No
could.
one's spawning here.
I mean, they have been so far, just because they're not expecting NEX to play that hyper-aggressive run-out game. I do know that, you know, a lot of these high teams, they take these hyper-aggressive run-outs. They take all these extra risks that you don't expect them to see. And this was made very evident in, let's say, ESPORTS' first game of the season versus Xavier, where Healthcare ran through the entire team and aced it on the first round.
Now, Jubausi is going to get the wall open very, very easily. No operator coming out from the side of NEX. These fireball arrows, are they going to go? No! And he's just going to get killed. The close angle being played by Red Sun. This is some aggressive and fantastic stuff. Bachelor, though, he's going to get Red Sun back immediately. But I would say losing the Capital in such a manner, it's going to hurt really badly.
70 FPS arrows, that's what you lost. So now that they've changed the shield here, it's just become so strong and so instrumental in holding that site. It actually makes it very different, but now they've actually had to spend a lot of utility taking out that shield, removing it from that position, and they're no longer able to stay there. So Void are doing a fantastic job at dismantling the enemy setup, and they're actually bringing in a lot of good positioning here. So they've got some crossfires down, and NEX are really just waiting for the right opportunity to actually change the landscape for themselves.
Now, 58 seconds and counting down. PT King still downstairs. And this lack of Capital means that Sandwich is going to be hard killed. And Bachelor has taken a Pew Pew. Kirisaku is full flash. But they're going to run right back out. And ooh, that is going to be some damage done to Kirisaku. He's going to come out, try to check half wall. Going to do a lot of damage in return. Robot, though, he's going to get 2. But PT King 2 of his own. And it's a 1v2. Kirisaku on an island. He's being surrounded by both sides. 5 to 10 HP left on his side. Flashbang's gonna go out. Unfortunately for Void, they are not peeking this well. But from the outside, Bachelor comes to save the day.
The man was putting himself in a lot of danger. He turned his back in that small room, that little office there, and he didn't realize that the whole wall was opened up. So I'm surprised he didn't go down earlier. But NEX really coming in hard there and made it really challenging for him. So, man. So, Void tie it up 2-2. Great job. Red Sun bringing in Frost is very peculiar. It's obviously a swap though, but just like obviously it's not the operator you think it was. It would be Warbark picking up Alibi again. I mean, it worked last round. He had a good streak, got stopped, but is firepower what you want? Because Alibi brings firepower, a fast roamer, strong rotations, a lot of rotations, especially with the bailiff as well. But no, in addition to that, Alibi also brings in this insecurity to pre-firing anything. I haven't seen an Alibi trick in Pro League just yet, but I'm hoping for it.
Yeah, it's hard to make it work in the Pro League where everyone's droning so precisely, so efficiently, and well, even if you do spot someone out, the utility of getting those brief pings isn't isn't fantastic. It's okay. You get some information, but once they know it's a Prisma,
Attackers must locate
that's over.
the bomb.
You get pinged a lot, and then your attack becomes much more. It becomes harder. It's like a reverse lion, yeah. And we've said that from the beginning. We're seeing it come through yet again one more time. A interesting camera placement from Red Sun coming through here. He's going to be a little safe behind that half wall unless they start flushing him out from downstairs. So it does look like NEX going to be upstairs there, trying to push through. And interesting enough, Peaky's going to be peeking a long angle with a one-time scope, and that's not something you're expecting to see from the Legion operator and Legion player as well. So Claymore going down by that wall, by that window. Will be pushing through, and it does look like Stev is already taking a little bit of damage, pushing right back in and trying to trade in a little bit, but not exactly working out. They've got control of the east side of that map so far, Infian, but where do you think they need to push in to actually bring in an easier push? Because right now, they're just trading in a couple of shots, and they're waiting for a free kill, but I don't know if that's going to come in anytime soon.
Not enough control. They have marginal stairs control, but until they start flushing the player in Sandwich out, nothing's much gonna happen. And I'm really surprised they were bucked in the previous round, so that they're not bringing it again. And if the player is like Peaky, he's constantly in Sandwich every round, and that's great cover from Stev. Excellent stuff. Lots of damage done to Jibauzi, but he survives and Thermite out. But yes, as I was saying, he's playing Sandwich every time. Just bring a frag grenade and end him.
And end him, by the way. A couple of flashbangs go through, the ADSs pop off, and you see all these ADS counter lines going through, and I don't know why the players from NEX keep getting caught on the bomb frame, the A bomb frame. They keep walking into it as if they thought it wasn't there. Kirisaku's obviously very exposed. He picks up one kill. I don't know how Steph goes down, but it's not enough, and Team Void pick up a round for themselves as well. PT King, by the way, getting a kill with an Ash breaching round. How do you land that? Can I get a replay of that? Somebody.
That was some excellent stuff from Team Void. We talked about how they weren't getting too much control, but they were content with what they had, and they had a plan and they executed it really, really well. They saw the mistakes that they were making previously, the CCTV hold, the peek out from the main door, pushing east stairs without too much of an idea of what to do, and they have fixed it in that previous round. Question is, are they going to be able to do it again?
So, I think they can. Honestly think that Void have every single thing available to them in order to bring in this win. A second hard breacher is going to be huge for them, especially since they are doing quite well with taking most of the map control. We saw in the top-down view before that we saw that they had east side control, and they had the entire south and the entire south of the map. And once they did establish that, they just decided, you know what, we've cleared this area out. This is definitely the more vulnerable side. Let's push in through the armory wall because we got this breach open, and let's make something happen. And they all just poured in, and Kirisaku was just one man against the world at that point, and it just wasn't enough. Definitely not sure if he was brain farting, but standing in front of a rotation and a hole where he was very exposed. But here we go, we see Warbark trying to hold that CCTV, so maybe trying to contest that a little bit more this time, Infian.
Yeah, they need to hold CCTV. That was what won them other than jump outs, of course. But when you have a CCTV flank happen, if it's successful, it really changes the scope of the game, because it's only one way you can push in through, and that is through West Armory Wall.
Yeah, so the West Armory Wall is quite the popular site. I'd like to see someone actually try to push through Office, something a little bit different. It is a very, very viable push. It's just not ideal because of the amount of territory you need to take over, and the amount of angles you could get flanked by, especially because there is a lot of soft terrain downstairs that you could get C4'd or, shot through by an angle. They've got Habana over by the east side, and they already know a lot of information on her, and they're peeking the angle here, and no damage being traded off other than Detrian himself taking a little bit of a shot But Red Sun and Co are pushing up the east stairs. C4 gets prepped up, and it does look like maybe they're just rotating around a little bit longer. Drone gets shot out. They see the Claymore red laser. We'll be able to just jump over it, pick it up. But no, we'll not be able to get that right out. Not at all. And there we go. 4-3 right now in a 3-2 score line. They still have a minute and 40 seconds left. Infian, I think there's still a lot of room for them to make an adjustment here.
Defender has left.
Yeah,
oh no.
Pew Pew's gonna go for a long run out. He's gonna get. That is too easy. Pew Pew. Again and again, he is turning up for NEX Esports. It's all up to PT King and Bachelor, and that is poor stuff. They thought they dealt with all the ESES presence after they've taken out Red Sun, but it was not enough. Now Vigil, they know he's nearby. Pew Pew gonna send in flashbangs. Gonna get burned by the ADS, and oh no, he's gonna flash himself. Bachelor, that is so. Flank is coming in. Kirisaku has been down, however. How is no one ready for this?
No way!
He's gonna clean up PT King inside, but goodness.
Man, if Peaky didn't pick up that last kill onto Ash, it would have been Pew Pew picking up a quadra kill. 4K on border. How do you get away with that? Yeah, sure, you put down your Claymore, but you gotta keep your eye on your flank at all times. I think Void were just rushing for that push on Armory and calling it a late rotation. 2 members rotating over and them just waiting for it to happen. And then once they both went down, Pew Pew just had to slowly rotate all the way over into the into CCTV, all the way from main stairs, by the way, through the metal, past the metal detector, through the break room, through CCTV, and then come through for a flank. He rotated down through the waiting room as well. That was just the longest rotation possible. And you guys still got caught with your pants down. Unfortunate. Just honestly, it wasn't Void's fault. I think they just got complacent a little bit on that east stairs, and it's just really coming down to NEX and Pew Pew particularly being the fragger that he is.
Now, first mirror off tonight, and that's going to be coming out from Team Void side. It's going to be the classic CCTV mirror, and we have seen this fall out of favor somewhat, mainly thanks to how much mirror has been banned. But the Twitch of Pew Pew, and just in general, the Zofia as well, taking over CCTV and then flushing out the mirror is very much possible. But also, he's going for a long run out, and a bit too early on that.
Yeah, I mean, the runout's still available to him right now. He can just come back to it later on.
Well, there we go.
Yeah.
Kirisaku, he's going to take out Bachelor. That is poor from him. And look at that Pew Pew. He's so quick.
They're already pushing up, and you're going to be able to counter this aggression by pushing in. He takes a lot of damage, and they're going to be able to take him out with a rotation. There we go. Stev rotating back into sight and actually cleaning up Pew Pew and punishing him for aggressing so much and disrespecting them, thinking that he can take all that territory and all that real estate for free.
Indeed. Now, Stev, he's retaken control of the good communication after Bachelor fell with the spawn peak. They realized the plans had changed, they had to adjust, and they did that very well. Kirisaku's taking a bit of damage as well. Detrian too, which is now when Pew Pew had pushed up. So that is a downside of that kind of aggression. It is very rewarding when it's put off. But the moment the teams start to adjust, or worse, they're ready for you, then the aggression has no dimension left.
The breach is going to come through quite successfully, and Jabausi has to fall back a little bit. Kirisaku's going to be able to push up just a little bit, but he needs someone to cover his crossfire as he pushes in. Jabausi is hanging around, takes out that drone, and he's going to take a little bit of an aggressive peek, and will actually pull out something there. Warbark as well will be going down to a headshot. And Stev is around the corner with a double kill with the shotgun, by the way. Hello. And Red Sun picking out one just straight in. So he rotates back to Archives and he gets punished for that rotation. And Red Sun picks up a double kill with the MK17 QCB. I don't know exactly how Peaky got taken out, but there we go. The shield gets taken out himself. And Red Sun takes a little bit of damage, but trades out Jabowski. Triple kill, maybe a quadra kill coming in soon. But it's a 1-to-1. PTK hanging around the stairs. The top of the stairs, waiting for that push. Waiting for that plant. He hears it, but he doesn't care. He rotates back and through the fountain. And it does look like Red Sun's back on a more advantageous position right now.
Indeed, planting right behind the mirror with PT King is gonna get his attention. It is a tense 1v1 and Red with the clutch, getting that 4K. Excellently played in this 1v2, showing all the experience he has with Xavier Esports online and on LAN. And there we go. NEX Esports take the first round on attack.
That was great. It was way too close for comfort, but definitely showing that NEX and Void definitely both belong here in the middle half of the Southeast Asian Pro League table ladder. So NEX, let's say Void, all in the same basket. MBT, I'm not fully convinced that they're at the same standard yet. They had a good run against Lissay. But in my opinion, we have to see them against Void and NEX coming through. So we'll see how it turns out. But they might be very different, like I said before. But looking at Void and NEX, these guys are now directly in line to take in the top half of this scoreboard. And so far, it's too close for comfort. Right now, this rotation being made over between Archives and the half wall by the office. I think this is beautiful. I think we've seen this many times before. It just brings in a lot of aggression, allows the rotation, and allows the teams to defend the offices a little bit more aggressively as well.
Now, over onto round number 8 is going to be a similar setup from Void. This time they're going to be ready for the Pew Pew. No doubt, Pew Pew, he's not bothering with the second floor, and he's going in through what it seems to be jail. Oh, same camera. So they know of the cameras, NEX Esports, and it's not going to work out for Detrian.
It's definitely something they're gonna have to read into eventually, and I'm sure they found it in a previous round. We may not have just seen them take that one out. There we go. A couple of shots from Detrin won't result in a kill, but he will get traded back in. An unsuccessful rotate and run out will punish him. A C4 comes out, and no kills from the C4, but Peaky picks up Jabowski, so Void already on the back foot here. Stev getting taken out as well, and NEX turning into a whole new kind of monster on attack.
Indeed, they have looked so strong so far on attack, even more so than on defense, and some doubts are beginning to creep in if Void have what it takes to win this out. This round is over, and Red Sun and Peaky, these guys just made this happen. 3 kills, I believe, for Peaky.
There we go. Peaky picking up that last kill. Peeking quite aggressively. And so maybe he's been a sub for them for a while. I'm not sure. I haven't seen the NEX lineup coming through for this season change. But I'm actually very interested to see if NEX can pull this into a 6-3 and really change this around. Because if they do pull it 6-3 and then 7-3, that shows that there's still a big gap between these two teams. And it's crazy because NEX came through the Challenger League and Void have been here for quite a while.
Yeah, I agreed with that. Now we're going to see another defense from Team Void over, this time on Ventilation Workshop. They decided, alright, it's not working out for us on Armory, Lockers, and Archives. Let's try something new. Perhaps we'll have better luck there. Cannot identify what the mistakes they are making. Cannot identify how to stop NEX. And that is the correct decision. Many teams, they don't do that. We just recently at DreamHack, I believe, we saw one team try the same bomb site 5 times and lost it all but one time.
10 seconds left.
All but once, but With the clock ticking, Void have to pick this up. They're 2 rounds behind Infian, and it doesn't seem like much, but it is quite big.
Defender has left the designated staging area.
Red Sun getting up onto the west tower. He's gonna run down. No shield right now, preferring the mobility now. As he gets closer, the shield gets mounted. Kiki once again on the Zofia. What can he do this time around? Over-aggression was what lost Void the early advantage in the previous round. Question is, are they going to be able to rein it in and hold on strong? Waste some of Nex's time, maybe get a pick, and look at that, 3 members on the second floor. 3 or is it 4? Really strong second floor presence. It's 4 members actually. So only 1 member on the bomb side, and I believe that is Stev downstairs.
And there we go. 2 minutes left on the clock. 1 member has gone down on Nex, and that's one of their top fraggers as well. Red Sun trades out, loses his shield, but Peaky picks up Jabausi. He rotates back with the hand cannon, and oh my gosh. Shot to the crotch, and PT King will go down. Kurisaku picks that up, and he's holding his flank here. Doesn't pick up the kill, almost. He had the right idea, but he didn't execute it very well. Stev picks that up with the SMG-11, and now the defense seems a little bit more reasonable. 3-3 right now, with 1 minute 30 seconds left on the clock. There's still a lot of time for Nex to make something happen for themselves, but Void are looking a little bit more comfortable here going downstairs.
Now, Red Sun, he's upstairs, but he doesn't have too much room to do much, given the fact that he's a Blackbeard and not someone with, you know... Oh, there we go, C4 goes out. And yep, Red Sun, no self-destruction left at all for him to create new holes, so Blackbeard not quite useful so far.
Attackers recovered the
Not at all, and it does seem to be that at 55 seconds left, it's a 2-3, and Nex are slowly losing their grip on this attack round win streak. Red Sun has to rotate all the way over through the external vehicle customs window, and he's trying to take this fight. The window gets shot open for him, and it's just like, hey, you know what? We're still here. Don't think you can get in this window for free, pal.
Yeah, that's right. And ooh, he sees the head. Shoot, Red Sun. You saw it briefly change colors. Unfortunately, he's gonna miss his chance.
And there we go. Detrian actually rolling over that shield, pushing through. It does look like he finally clicks up that last kill onto Red Sun. Super close, in fact. And Void bringing that scoreline just a little bit closer.
That's right. Now we move into round number 10. Void still in with a chance of making this another 6 or maybe even a 7-5. We already saw crazy comeback happen in the first map of tonight on Villa. 5-1 to 7-5. So let's see what happens.
Yeah, and it does look like Pew Pew has already rolled in. For those just watching, catching up and wondering what happened, we've had to adjust the sound bug coming through from the clean feed, so we've actually just sped up a little bit. Does look like we haven't missed too much, and our first kill has just gone down right now. Bachelor being taken out at 1 minute 30 seconds in Fian with 28, 27. Peaky actually picking up Detrian here, and my gosh. Void are falling apart. They let this breach happen, and now they're really paying for it, and oh my gosh, Red Sun picking up this kill and cleaning that up in a flawless round. NEX ESPORTS cleaning that up as soon as we refreshed, and hey, we came in quite clean.
That was incredible. I mean, NEX.
Super
Good
short.
Lord.
Super short and super sweet, so...
It's not like they took much time. They were there. Such good time.
Yeah.
And half the round is over, and that's it. The round is over.
Yep. We got in as soon as the action started. No one died. One person died soon afterwards, and then they just collapsed. And there was so much time left. They didn't have to rush it like that.
Yeah, it was... Well, anyways, NEX now on match point, looking for the 3 points that they definitely feel they deserve, and looking quite likely that they're gonna get it. the attacks so far have been incredibly strong. The latest one was flawless.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Absolutely mad. Detrian now playing on that Jaeger, and we're going downstairs into customs and inspection for the first time tonight. Very interested to see if they will be playing over by the jail or not, and how much investment are they gonna put upstairs into the CCTV into security. So right now, let's look at the scoreboard, and damn, Red Sun, 14 kills,
He's just,
bro.
wow.
Just,
I mean,
that's not even.
him on border is just crazy.
It's not even close, man. It's like everyone else is miles apart from him. Like, oof. It's painful.
He's really, really good.
Well, I mean, like I said, the man's been he's been doing the rounds in Thailand in the Pro League. He's been definitely one of the most dedicated players in the region, and it just shows that he's a different breed. You know, this man is talented. He has the ability to just change up the game and make things happen for any team he touches. And it's not just that, you know, he's like bringing the frags for the team. I'm sure he's changing the way they communicate, the way they coordinate, and the way they work as well. So a great job coming in from Pew Pew to actually help facilitate that breach as well, and pushing it so aggressively like this. He shouldn't be allowed to do that, man.
Yeah, right. You are Red Sun, unfortunate player for Nexus. We were just talking. Looks like we cursed him and he's gone down. But this is a custom defense, and Pew Pew is in. He's gonna take down one. He's got full side control, and there's gonna be some contention. It's gonna be a third kill for him, and this is it. It's going to go over. That is all. Pew Pew tries to get a fourth. The Bachelor fires back with 2 of his own. Can they salvage?
It's the plant is going down. He should be able to deny this. He knows exactly where one is, but he over aims, goes right over his head. Warbark punishes him for that, picks that kill up, and you know what? It's Stev against the 3 members of NEX. This is game. This is match point. Picks up 1 kill, a couple more shots from the other side from jail. Will he be able to pick this up? He's got 9 rounds in that gun and a claymore. Misses the shot. Misses the foot, and there we go. He pays for that. And there we go to second map. We'll go to NEX ESPORTS. In a super
close. So well played from both teams. Just excellent exhibition from a team that is up and coming. They know that they're not quite there. We know they're not quite there yet, but you can see the progress that's being made, and you can see the potential in this.
An amazing show from both teams. Red Sun at 14 kills. Bachelor at 11. My gosh, I cannot believe what we just saw here. NEX ESPORTS win the second map between the